All right, I think we're live. Yes, we are. Hey, what's up, guys? Hey, Jeff and Katem and Six. Hello, Six. All right, let's get it started. It's Sunday night, 1:18. We're about 15 minutes early. So it's an early stream at 1 a.m. in the morning. Woohoo! We are. All right, we took one day off for Saturday, just like I warned you guys. We didn't really do anything. We actually just kind of slept in. We are. We were supposed to go hang out with Karis's mother on Mother's Day, but they told us they actually were not able to hang out with us that day. They were busy. So we will not be seeing them. Anyways, sometimes we take weekends off to do something like that. Sometimes we take weekends off just to relax. All right, let's see. Magic East Coast Woes. Weiss Magical Girls. One Piece EB02 sale. F students. And Call of... Nah, let's not have the F students in there. Call of Legends break. Live card shop. You know, we ought to get that soundboard, man. I need a soundboard that just sits on the table. Oh, man, a bunch of emails came in. All right, so let's see what kind of emails we got. I honestly did not touch work yesterday, so if you're like, where'd TCC go? I took Saturday off. That's what people do. They take days off sometimes. I don't normally take days off, and so you guys maybe are not used to that. We are? Oh, yeah, somebody inquired about working for me, but I asked them for a resume, and they did not respond. Excuse me. Catnip shipping. I think we did that one. That was the guy who was buying all the Pokemon Go, correct? All right. Scooby Buns. Oh, Scooby Buns. All right, I think we're ready. I got to click on these. So there's 2 email chains for PayPal. One, I assume, from yesterday. Yeah. So there's 2 email chains. I'm going to start with the older email chain. Jonathan Cham. Oh, wow. What the hell? Are these all pre-orders? Holy cow, man. We got a bunch of pre-orders. It wasn't one guy. I thought Jeff Leon had a pre-order. It was like 4 different guys did pre-orders. All right. Oh, man, you take one day off and it's got crazy. Well, I'm glad to be here on this lovely Sunday night. We're going to get everything spick and span for you guys so you're happy and satisfied. Let's move this over here. I was not expecting that. There we go. Shift this over here. Okay. Saw my shipping went out. Thanks for fixing that. No problem, man. This Alexis missed his jumbo card, or no, it was a booster pack or something like that, right? Graded booster pack. Bad Alexis. I'm just kidding. All right. Ooh. Let's go ahead and set up some of these. Got to move fast tonight, mister. Got to move faster than that. Yeah, we didn't do much today either, to be honest. We went out to eat at Denny's. That was about it for the whole day. Lazy weekend for sure. We are. What about you guys? Did you guys have an exciting weekend? We ate out. Oh, no, we had Taco Bell, too. That was another thing we had this weekend. We had Taco Bell. So Denny's and Taco Bell. And I got to say something. I almost always complain about Taco Bell. We had their new chicken nuggets, and they were actually surprisingly decent for chicken nuggets. I was like, wow, these are fast food chicken nuggets, and they're kind of not bad. So I was really surprised by that. All right, Mr. JC, pre-order, please use my store credit. Okay. Mr. JC, store credit. Store credit. Except it's not in this pile, so it must be in the bag. Hey, mister, saw my shipping went out. Yeah, that Neo Discovery Pack. Excited to get that bad boy. I'm excited for you to get that bad boy. Ah, here it is. Got it. Okay. I heard those are supposed to be from KFC, like they have a deal together. For real? They actually have a deal with KFC? Well, Taco Bell and KFC is owned by the same parent company. Here it is. So, of course, they can do that. This $140 to buy 5 Mario Hanafuda cards. Oh, I see. You're combining it with the $140. Somehow my brain really confused that because that's $104. I was like, huh? All right, so he's buying these lovely Hanafudas that I just placed up here. They didn't last very long. They're really, really nice Mario cards. They're actually getting already kind of old. So these are not in print. Here it is. They're from 2015. That makes them 10 years old, actually. Pretty neat. So if they printed a new Hanafuda this year, you know, that would be all over the place. But these are a bit older. I just got to find them all. Now, you said there were 5 of them. 1, 2. They're also reasonably priced. 4, 3, 4. There's one more. Where do you think it is? 1, 2, 3. That is in here. I got a feeling it's in here. Nope. How about on this side? Oops. Where you at, Hanafuda? Ah, the Boo is one of the easiest ones to sell, and yet he's cheaper than the Marios and Luigis, which I guess kind of makes sense because those feature Mario and Luigi. But I'm surprised the Boo was only 40. So I feel like you got a good deal on the Boo because I swear I've sold them for 60 before. All right, Mr. JC. Mr. Jonathan. There we go. Gotta put the full name on for Alexis. Now, if I was doing the shipping myself, I could just put down the initials. You commission raw singles? We could try that. I've never done that before. We could try that. All right. Dang. All right. That's it. Now, after JC, we have a Blake Santoro order, and it was Neo Zard break. All right. Let's take care of that. So these are from, when did he order this? 2 days ago. Oh my gosh. So he ordered this before yesterday's nighttime stream, which we did not have. Oops. He's jumping in that Neo Zard. That's a very cool slab. I wanted the Luigi Mansion one. It's a nice little card. I have a couple more of those to grade, so you'll see more on the table down the road. Jeff says 3 Magical Girl boxes. Dang, Jeff! So this is also a pre-order, and Jeff was hoping I'd go live yesterday night for this one. So 1, 2, 3, that's going to be Jeff. Okay, so you got 14, 15, 16, and 17 together. We're very curious what pops out of that promo card. You think it's a signature? I wonder if it's not a signature. That would be interesting. All right. Here. Move these here. Like that. Okay, this is very family-friendly. Magical Girls. Weiss Magical Girls. What's the TCC Bulk Pack? $4 of trashy cards. You can donate them to the Pokepot. That's what people do with those. Actually, no, that's not true. Some people have clearly kept them. Like Christine Andrews has kept hers. His. There. Get the signature. There it is. All right. It was from a live custom. The hit that was for the oldest break. I think it was number 2. Wash and Wait is so. Dang, dude. You got that from a live custom? That's so awesome. That's very cool. That's funny because you didn't even intend to go into that break. Any updates on your research? No, I took Saturday off. So this is my first time touching my work computer. Here we are. All right. And what we did was we went live. I also have a big job ahead of me. I got to make 18 bulk boxes. Ooh, yikes. 18 bulk boxes. Boxes of bulk. I'll settle for 8. That's probably generous, but I'm not open-minded to anything right now. I haven't actually reviewed it. So for me, it's 0. We are. You've got some cards out with BGS and you'd like to trade for gold, and I actually have to kind of analyze it a little bit, and I haven't done that. For me, there's no rush because they're in the middle of the grade. Here it is. Here we are. All right. It's kind of a tough deal, actually. You know why? Because what I would have liked to have done before making a trade on raw cards, I would have liked to have actually looked them over a little bit myself. You know what I'm saying? Like we did with the other cards. All right, so if a card is too lewd, I pull it from the pile so that it doesn't get mixed in with the regular bulk. That's how it works. Here we go. Here we is what I was about to say. I think I've been eating too many Taco Bell McChicken nuggets. Those are good, man. They're really decent. I was surprised. I was expecting Taco Bell nuggets to be like trash. You know, like Taco Bell doesn't do chicken nuggets. And then I bit into one. I was like, oh, this is like chicken. There. Okay. It tastes more chickeny than an actual McChicken. McNugget, chicken McNugget. Chicken McDonald's does terrible with their chicken products. Did you guys notice that? Their fried chicken sandwich is terrible. It's one of the worst chicken sandwiches in the market. And then I have never liked McNuggets. Karis likes them. They're like, I don't know, they're like slop to me. They're like, you eat them because you're sad or something like that. But she likes them. She loves McNuggets. I hate them. Can't eat them. It is. The only way you can eat a McNugget is if you cover it in that pretty much dessert sauce that they bring with it. They give you sauce with so much sugar in it, it's basically meat with icing on it. Here we are. And that's not because, that's not normal. Chicken can taste really good, right? You don't need to put sugar on your chicken for it to taste good. But that's what you got to do with the McNugget. Ugh. We are. So yeah, I did not have high expectations for the Taco Bell chicken nugget, but it was decent. It was decent. It was also really expensive. It wasn't super cheap either. I think I paid like, what was it, like $8.50 for 10-piece Taco Bell chicken nuggets. That's almost $1 per bite. You're starting to look like high-end restaurant prices. That's like a, what is that? That's like an appetizer from a real restaurant. Yeah, like a sit-down with napkin and a fork and a knife kind of restaurant. You know what I'm saying? All right. Okay, they keep flipping my schedule around, so I got an additional night stream chance. We are. Brandon says he'd like to do the trade fast. Here we are. Well, you can talk about what's going on if you'd like, Brandon. You can talk about it in Discord or something like that. Here we are. All right. Very nice. Ooh. Yeah, you can send me a private message and explain what's going on. Here's this girl going, konnichiwa. And we are. Woohoo. Very nice. Okay. Oops. Back to Expedition 33. Save me some OP cases, mister. I played some Expedition 33 now. I think it's okay. I'm not as excited for it as the internet suggests I probably should be. It's not like the best game I've ever played. Does the game get like way better later? Is that why? I mean, it's got some like Paper Mario mechanics, like the dodge and the parry and all that. It's just okay, it feels like. Apparently, Trump's signing an executive order to slash prescription medicine prices by 30 to 80%. How's he doing that? Price controls? Can't do price controls, so how would he be lowering prices? Price transparency? It's probably something like price transparency. There it is. But I thought they already did that. I thought they already did price transparency. Excuse me. Have you ever been into Sports Card? Says Harsh Barge. Hey, how's it going tonight, Mr. Harsh Barge? I don't personally watch any sports at all, so for me, that's a no. We do sell them. We've got a couple Sports Card on the menu. You have to go to the extended menu to see that. And it's not, excuse me, it's not a wide variety. What is going on here, man? Here we are. She's like a little demon or something. Not sure. He made it out with his biggest executive event of his presidency on Twitter. Biggest executive event. Here we are. Wow, you can just about nearly see a nipple there. All right. Crazy, dude. This card set's pretty wild. This is Weiss Magical Girl. It's $65 per box if you'd like a box. I just contacted my supplier. We're getting an extra 2 cases of this one because people seem to like it. I just don't know why, though. It just, I can't figure it out. There. Okay, let's see. Oh. There we go. Here we are. Oh. Some of these full arts aren't special enough. I don't feel like they need their own sleeve. They could probably be stacked. Like this one, it's just okay. Here we are. I don't know if you'll grade any of these. Will you grade any of these? Probably some of them. Dylan Chan's buying 2 boxes of the Magical Girls. So we're not going to run out. We've got another case of this stuff. Here we are. We also have posted a fancy Sneaker Bunko waifu break. It's a very pricey one. I'm curious to see if there's any interest in it as a break. Discord message sent. Okay. Popping this over here. Whoa, what are all these messages? Holy Jesus. All right. So, what does the pink represent in Weiss Schwarz pink? Here we are. Whoa! Right on the last pack. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, give me a second here. Here we are. Set this over here. All right. Slip this in here. Last sold $120 Siggy. Wow, lovely. I still just don't get why would people open this set. It escapes me. No, I'm just kidding. That's a very lewd set. Mr. Jeff. No, Jeff, weren't we doing something like putting these in semi-rigids? There we go. Yep. Very nice. All right. Mr. Jeff. Congratulations. Okay, there we go. Whew. Very good. And we'll grab this. Mr. Jeff. You haven't in a bit responded in Discord. I was going to say Jeff Leon. All right. A lot of texting there. Have any more of them Boo Hanafudas? No, just the one, I'm afraid. All right. Now, let's go and get this next order. Next up, we have Zachary Stikowski, a box of EB2. Got any La Boo Boo for sale? La Boo Boo! Hey, you're not a cop, are you? The La Boo Boo's in the back. What is a La Boo Boo? No, not the one-hammed and fooda. No! This is for our friend, Zachary Stex. Ready? Snipping this. Snipping this. And snipping this. Ta-da! Cute toys. What? Oh, right. The La Boo Boo was like some little statue or something like that, right? I think I remember this. Here we are. All right. Oh. It's Inus. I don't remember this guy's name. What was his name? You pulled that Mewtwo yet? We have not pulled the Mewtwo. Now, the Garchomp we pulled right away when the set first came out. So we've pulled that before. Yeah, the Cynthia's Garchomp has been pulled. But it hasn't been pulled in a long time. So maybe we're due for another one. Here we are. Enel. It's Enel. Not to be confused with the very similar sounding names. Here we are. That I won't repeat. There we go. Very nice. Ooh. Here's this. Very good. And very good. And very good. Scalpers crashing out since Rocket Set didn't go to the moon. Yeah, luckily I didn't order too much of it. I ordered a limited amount of it before it launched. Maybe that was my gut telling me actually to be skeptical on the bizarre price. Yeah. And so it could have been way worse for me. I was able to do several restocks at a much lower price, and so that brought down an average price. Here we are. Ooh, Mr. Zach. Yeah, that could have been a bloodbath. to be honest with you. Very nice. All right. Let's see. Whew. So now we have, here's Jeff Leon. 2 boxes of Magical Girls and 8 packs of Magical Girl packs. Dang, dude, that's a big order. All right, let me go get some more Magical Girls. Whew. Alrighty, here we are. I'm back. Oof. 2 boxes of the Magical Girl and 8 packs of it too. Well, well, well. We got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, you can get Journey Together under MSRP. What? Tossing this over here. Okay, let's see. And sniffing this. Very nice. This is Major Tom to Ground Control. Ooh. This is Major Tom to Ground. Oh, Smoochy Girls. Lovely. Just leaving that. So, Jeff, we're starting with the 8 packs. Let's see what comes out of these 8 packs. I believe what Jeff has just done is he has finished the Magical Girls case, because I had to go out there and open a new case. And then I realized, wait a second, we can't be opening a new case and pulling boxes for that, because there is another case that is already open. And if I haven't ran the promo spot, that means the boxes are just waiting in the room. So now the other box is open, ready to go, which I believe we'll need it anyways because we had somebody order some more boxes. And this is Jeff's pre-order from yesterday that we are still working on. Here we are. Tentacle girls are definitely going into your baggie. All right. Remember, little feet and little belly cost less in the long run. Here's this. Here's this. All right. Very nice. Sleeving that. And dang, dude, she's just naked. That's crazy. All right. Girl who's just naked, I guess. I don't know. And one blue card. Ta-da! I'm blocking the other card with my hand. There goes. Last message, mister. I promise. There we are. Toss this over here. Let's see what you're saying. Okay, let me go ahead and put these over here. How does Beckett work? Beckett grades your cards. That's what they do. Beckett grades your cards. To answer your question. So I send them in and then they send them back and they're graded. And then your cards have more value than if they were raw, especially if you get a black label. Of course, you won't know if you get a black label if you trade all your cards, you know, at a discount for like gold or something, just to maybe take that money and not reinvest it, which I think would be a very poor choice. You should definitely reinvest the money. Here we are. All right. If you could buy a wife from any country, where would you pick? I'm buying a wife from Russia. Russian mail order bride. That's not still a thing, right? Was that ever a thing, or was that just a funny, perhaps funny to some small extent idea? I'm excited for my order. My aunt recommended it. What? Oh, that's so nice. Ben Rains. Why do I feel like I know who your aunt is? All right, tossing this out here. Sounds like you have a very cool aunt. All right, so Mr. Jeff, the last round. Okay. Doopy 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 doopy. Okay. Very nice. Okay, let's see what we got. We've got aha, girl who is making face. Oh no, not the face. Here's this girl going hooky. Don't look. That's the don't look at me face. Here's this girl in her panties. This girl who looks like she's wearing her kimono. There we go. All right, here's this. All right, very nice. All right, here's... You gotta be kidding me. This guy got 3 signatures from this case, man. You got all the signatures, Jeff. Crazy, dude. Jeff, you did insanely well this time. Maybe this makes up for some of those times where it doesn't go your way. Because I know you've opened product with me where you get unlucky, but everyone was buying these, and you plucked out 3 signatures, and I'm betting this one's a little more expensive. Wow, dude. That's nuts. Here it is. Ooh. Mr. Brandon, if you think of life like a video game, you just got to play by the rules of the video game, right? For example, what? Back-to-back signatures? How's that possible? I didn't know that was a thing. That's the least expensive one. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, yeah? Well, what about this one? How did that happen? Back-to-back Siggies? I didn't know you could do that. Bro snatched all 4 Siggies. Is it 4 Siggies then? Holy. Okay. But anyways, as I was saying, Mr. Brandon, if you think of life more like a game that you're playing, if you gamify it in your mind, you just got to make the next smartest move all the time. That's how you win at a game, right? All right, so if patience is an important element of card grading, well, then you just have to be patient. Like, that's just how it is. And so first you have to come to terms with that. Just be like, this requires patience. And then since you've logically deduced that, you don't listen to any other part of your brain. You just let the rest of your part of your brain shut up for a while. You don't even try not to think about it. Don't, like, for example, when you buy a good stock, that's going to, you don't always know if a stock's going to perform well over time. But let's say you've bought a good stock. Then you just don't look at it. You don't look at it. You don't touch it. You don't sell it. You don't panic sell. You just leave it alone. That's all you do. And that's it. That's the game. It's like a game being played. And how well you play decides what you get in life. Good house, sexy girlfriend, maybe proud parents, something like that. You know what I'm saying? You want to make your parents proud? Well, then you got to play the game right, and then you got to win. We are 209 on the Green Coats Girl Siggy. Holy cow, man. That's great. Here we are. All right. Okay. But Brandon, you kind of strike me as a guy who wants to make some friends. Nothing wrong with that. But you got to be careful because there's a lot of people in the world who are not interested in being your friend, except to the extent that they know you will pay stuff out to them. So you got to be careful because people will be like, I'm your friend because you are buying me things. So you got to be careful with that kind of stuff, man. You are. You will find yourself surrounded by people who are like friends because you are giving them stuff. And I have a word for people like that. They're actually vultures. They are not friends. They are friends in disguise. They're acquaintances. They're not even necessarily bad people or anything like that. But I bet you they wouldn't stop and tell you all this stuff I just told you. They wouldn't be like, no. You shouldn't be spending money on this. You know what I'm saying? Here it is. Haha. Ooh. They're going to be like, yeah. Go ahead and pay for that. So, I don't know. There you go. LMAO, the fake friends. Vultures, I call them. Vultures. They're flying around you, waiting for you to buy them stuff because they think you might not be very tough with your money. So, I've done this job for 6 years. I've seen it. I would know. I would know probably more than just about anyone. It's a real thing. We are. Vultures. When people smell free, they get real friendly. They go, free? 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 Who? You're giving out the free stuff? Oh, when did you? Oh, we're best friends. I like you so much. You and I are besties. Besties. And then when you're not giving out free stuff, they don't want to hang out with you anymore. Because you weren't really ever their friend. You were just the guy giving out the free stuff. That's how it really works. We are. You can't buy friendships. It's not something you can buy. You actually might make it impossible to be friends when you try to buy a friendship because they might not respect you afterwards. Here goes Jeff Leon. Wow. So you strike me as a friendly guy looking for friends, but your friendship has to be built on a desire to spend time with each other, not money. No money involved. There we go. That's the advice I would give you. Also, I'd let your dad be in charge of your finances at this point, probably. I'd just say, Dad, here you go. You do it. All right. Yeah, I just 100% let your dad make the choices. Look at that. Ooh, but patience, man. Patience is critical. Here's Jeff Leon. Jeff, I will give you spot number 20 because you bought the majority of that box out. And now, ready for this? So this is really simple. It's going to be one dice roll. Do the prices drop on these like Pokemon every time? Mister, don't forget the case pack from Gushing. From Gushing. All right. Blow on the dice, Mr. Jeff. Landing on 17. That's going to be Jeff Leon. Not a surprise. He bought the majority of the boxes. Congratulations, Jeff. You got exactly what you wanted. Okay. So let's see what this is. Do you think it will be another signature? Check this out, everybody. Wow. Jeff Leon pulled all those signatures and the promo pack. Let's just see what the outcome of the promo pack is. Because I wonder if every promo pack's a signature. Okay, ready? My thing is, mister, I share my blessings, not because I want something in return. That's just how I was raised. Here it is. All right, we got, feels like a signature in my hand. Yep. Oh, yeah, look at that. Signature chocolate girl. Yay! Very good, Mr. Jeff. Very good. We're on a new case of the Magical Girls, and what that means is every time you buy a box, you get in line for the new promo pack that's not in here yet, but it will be soon. Also, I need some more of these. I will see Brandon do pretty well. He hung out with us, and he's bought some cards over here, so you get my free, unsolicited advice, even if you don't like it. I don't like what you're saying. I disagree, TCC. But, you know, so, here it is. I'm a good person to get advice from, I think. You know why? Because I'm unbiased. I'm completely unbiased. Here it is. All right. Very good. Very good. Okay. So I can tell you, just because someone likes you when you're giving them stuff doesn't mean they want to spend any time with you afterwards. And that is not a friend, that's a vulture. There you go. And you should save your money and give it to people who want to touch your pee-pee or something like that, to be honest with you. There we go. So, let me go ahead and rotate this. We've got Wati. Hey, what do you do when you send all these cards to grade? What do you do when you send all these cards to grade? I don't know. There's Remoraid. Kind of like a lemonade. Here's Juggernaut 9, gold out of 50. Pretty cool, $75. Soul Rock 10. All right, guys. So, we are moving on. Whew, that was a lot of orders. Now, we have an order from Rafael Aguilera. Hope all's been going well. I'd like my first edition fossil pack shipped. No problem, man. So, Rafael says he's got a vintage fossil pack. Let's see if we can find this. Rafael Aguilera. He says the bag could be expired, but it is not expired. Ta-da! All right, how nice is that? I would like approval for something different. Yeah, you were mentioning the Topps cards. I don't know if I necessarily want those. Here we are. Those are kind of like bulk. I mean, maybe if the deal is sweet enough, maybe, but I'm not super excited for a bunch of bulk. Let's see, would that be in here? You said a fossil pack? How old is it? The last time we broke a fossil pack was years ago. What does he mean, a fossil pack? Fossil pack. That legit would have been years ago. Maybe he's talking about... Maybe he's talking about like a graded booster. That's got to be it. He's got to be talking about a graded booster. All right. Let's check it. Let's turn this music off. I don't even like this music. It's the same Nintendo music I've heard like a million times. Is he in the fossil break? Oh. I don't think he is. Nah, he's not. So he is referring to the last time we had a fossil booster box break, which was a really long time ago. Or he must be referring to something else. For example, like a graded booster pack. It's got to be like a graded booster pack. All right, so I'll log in, because if he doesn't receive it, I'm sure he'll text me. And I'll tell Alexis to look for a graded fossil pack. Wow, losing 1 day of sales is super significant. It's very expensive for me to take the day off. Taking 1 day off on a Saturday cost me a lot of sales. That's sad. I should have like a cover guy or something. I think that was my idea with, here we are. That was my idea with Alexis. But it just didn't materialize. There we go. And how heavy is this bag? Moderately heavy. Okay, we're going to change the weight and the dimensions for this shipment. Scooby Buzz, Scooby Buzz, doopy doopy doo, doo 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 doo, doo 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 doo. All right, grab this. Very good. There we go. Is that Juggernaut $15? No, $75. 75. 15 wouldn't even cover the grading. All right, that's good. We're done with that. Here's Mr. Oh, wait. I said on the label I'd tell her to look for a graded booster. I didn't do that. Hold on. Graded booster. There we go. House shopping had me MIA. Yeah? I've been doing house shopping too, but we're not ready to buy a house. We're just doing studying. Martin Ramirez, 2 heat wave. There's a temptation to move to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, Myrtle Beach. Also, Charleston, South Carolina, which is also a beach town. But they have like more of a, maybe like a city going on. We are. So there'll be more like cultural things to do. Maybe more food. But fascinatingly, ooh, wow, look at that. Fascinatingly, the houses are not cheap in South Carolina by the beach. They're just about as expensive as moving to Hawaii and California anyways. The only difference is the taxes are lower. So, turn that down a little bit more. Martin Ramirez. Here you go, Mr. Martin. Charleston. It's nice, says Marco. Yeah, it actually looks exactly like a special town in St. Charles, Missouri that we loved walking through. And it's called Newtown. And it's a planned community that's based around this design called New Urbanism. It's really clever. It feels amazing to be there. Here we are. So it's like being on another planet when you're there. It's very strange. Elizabeth Rains. 1 spot in the Charizard break. You got it, Miss Elizabeth. Here you are. Oh my gosh, Tammy. Oh, why'd you boo? I thought you were saying hi to Tammy. Here it goes. Elizabeth Rains. Maybe he bought one for the new break. Hey, man, you're not known to have any Digimon cards, do you? Oh, man, we used to have Digimon cards. We used to. But they would almost virtually never sell. And so we gave up on them. They were doing so poorly, I said, no more. They're not on the menu. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's 8. Yeah, those were one of the worst selling sets ever. It's Digimon. There it is. That is up to 8 now. Dude, we researched housing for like 2 full days. Okay, Michael Ibarra, who wants 2 packs of the Magical Girls, 2 Glory of Team Rocket. Okay, 2 Glory of Team Rocket. Where are the 2 Magical Girls? I placed them somewhere, didn't I? Yes, here they are. Did you see all the chocobos shown for Magic Final Fantasy? I did not see that. There is serial chocobo cards in the Final Fantasy packs. Only 77 made. I'm not liking how some are collector boosters only. Ah, that's a bummer. Another message, mister. Here we are. All right. Place this back down here. So, there we go. Snipping this. All right. Very good. The black chocobo is Japanese exclusive. All right. Very good. Once you go black chocobo, you never go back chocobo. Is it pronounced chocobo? Is that how you say it? Oh. So here's some rocket and some more rocket. You got a little Nidoking. Rawr. All right, there you have it. That's for our friend Michael Ibarra. Ooh, Mr. Michael. Grabbing this. He said, I'll try some of those magical girls. There is a Chocobo Commander that everyone is going to want. What? I want it. I don't even know what you're talking about, and I want it. You know what I want? I want my foot to stop hurting. I was taking out some trash bags tonight. I had like 2 heavy trash bags. And I'm walking outside with no shoes on because I'm an effing idiot. And I stepped right on a big pointy rock. Yeah, it was like I was walking on my driveway. And there's just a medium-sized rock. It's not too large that you'd see it, not too small that you don't feel it. It's just this nice medium-sized rock with a jagged edge. I walk right on it, and I got bruise on the bottom of my foot. Oh, my God, dude. Give me a break. Okay, so now we have Mr. Garrett. He says, for the Magical Girls and Night Wanderer. So a whole box of Night Wanderer. How much did you buy of each, Mr. Garrett? You gotta walk barefoot more, build up your hobbit skills. When I was a kid, I had thick skin on the bottom of my feet because I refused to wear shoes. Now I'm an adult, I got weak baby feet. So Night Wanderer, how much is that per box? Let's see if he ordered a whole box of that or what. He didn't really specify exactly the amount of each set. Night Wanderer is a $90 box. Yeah, so he wants a box of it. So the question becomes, where do I store the Night Wanderer? All right, guys, I got to go wander about. See what I did there? And find the Night Wanderer packs. I don't know where I store them. Could they be right here? Ha ha! I found them. They were right here. You never know. They could be in the other room. Ba-doink! All right, great opening, Mr. Garrett. Thank you so much, Mr. Garrett. Whew. So we got a Naughty Girls and Night Wanderer. That's cool. Let's get the Night Wanderer first. You could braid your toe hairs like all the cool kids. Ooh, that does sound cool. All right. So, very good. Okay. Message isn't about said person in Discord. Let's see. You would like to trade for some. You would like to trade some Marvel cards for some valuable metals. So it's not a terrible idea to make a trade like that for you. But look at me. I think I traded you these, and these guys didn't grade super well. I'm probably gonna have to list those on eBay. So I'm a little nervous to take on more of the Topps Chrome Marvel cards. I don't want to take on too many. And that gold really did cost me real money. It's pretty much like just buying stuff with cash. So maybe I make that trade, but that trade's got to make a lot of sense to me. We are. Yeah, the Marvel cards are not grading well. Not a single one of them got 10s, which is sort of expected because Topps Chrome can be really hard to grade 10 sometimes. I've seen it. It comes with like all kinds of crazy smudges and print lines. But yeah, I mean, taking on a bunch of maybe like lighter, less valuable Chrome cards, maybe 1 or 2 is decent for gold is going to be a tough decision for me. You could mail them into me if you want me to look at them. Here we are. I mean, because I could take a look at them and make a decision. Here we are. Notably, you didn't make me an offer for the Black Label Charizard. See, that's the kind of thing I want. I'm not as jumping into bed over the thought of some Topps Chrome bulk cards where the chance for a 1-of-1's already over, and they're probably all going to grade 9, you know what I'm saying? Like, think of it like this. Like, if I had 1 million energy cards, Pokemon energy cards, and I had them in a big pile, I could say, hey, that pile of cards, that's $1,000. Who's going to buy that pile? Right? From a technical point of view, that's $1,000 of energy cards because I have a big mound of a big pyramid of them. But nobody really wants to buy a whole pile of energy cards. So that's how I'm looking at your pile of Chrome cards you mentioned. I'm going, yeah, it's a lot, but Still, it's not. I might as well go buy booster packs of Topps Chrome with the same money. Here we are. See if I get lucky opening some kind of crazy hit. Here's Horsey. Ho-ho. That's the same reason that PSA 9 struggled to sell so much. People always prefer the 10. And then if they can't get the 10, they go, I'll just go buy booster packs. Or something like that, you know what I'm saying? Here we go. I will mail them in for you to assess. Breaking. United States cuts tariffs on Chinese goods from 145 to 30% for 90 days. China lowers tariffs on USA from 125 to 10% for 90 days. Is that real news? I heard that he was getting ready to announce something. Or are you just doing like, it would be fun if that was the news? Because if that's the news, stocks are going to jump tomorrow for sure. They are. If that's the news, I'm ready to start buying Chinese Pokemon cards again. That would be some great news. Here we are. Here we are. Crypto's doing great. Yeah, I heard about that. I like that. Makes me happy. Stock market's not doing too bad either, actually, this last 2 weeks or 3 weeks, whatever it's been. Pokemon cards are up too, man. Everything's just going up. I bet you the price of houses has been doing fine too. Things are just humming along at the moment. They almost had a war in India and Pakistan. That's over. Apparently, Trump went to like Pakistan and told them, you have a bunch of loans from America and we'll do something with those loans if you don't stop. And then they went to India and said, we won't do any more. We'll tariff your stuff. We won't do any more manufacturing with you if you don't stop. And then they both said, you know what? I guess we'll stop. That's what I heard anyways. I don't know how true that is. But if that's true, that's pretty clever. And it's a great thing that there's no war. War's so destructive, you know? You just blow up some stupid bombs and then all the productivity ends and it's just terrible. All these people suffer. Horrible way to die, you know? You should be dying from old age. Hey, toss over here. That's the way to die, from old age. Die from war. It's just stupid, isn't it? It's 2025. We're still doing that crap. It's crazy. If you think about it, it's real crazy. Humans are smart enough to know that war is ridiculous, right? And we just love to do war. We just still do it. All right. But yeah, it's always old men too, you know? It's not the young people. Young people are over that stuff. They don't want it so much. It's always old people who still want war. Putin's like approaching 80. Crazy. Rip. How does it work if I want to buy some EB2? Nice to meet you, Mr. Kevin. You just send me, I think, what is it, $54 a box? You just send me $54 per box if you'd like, over PayPal or whatever. Check the description for how to pay. It's very straightforward. You just directly send me money, and I get an email for that live, and then you wait your turn in queue, and then I open it. And I'll shout out your name. I'll say, 1 whole box of EB2 from Kevin. So you listen for your name to get shouted. Yeah. The news was about Canada, not China. What? All right. Stick. Did you see the White House and Trump are backing off from Israel? The rumor is Mike Waltz text issue was Israel interfering with the U.S. I haven't been keeping up with politics too much. I've been watching the Chopped of Us, though, so that was pretty fun. Here we are. Okay, so here is Mr. Garrett. Mr. Garrett. Aha. That's yours. And this is yours. How much raw silver do you have? I got a couple of raw silver coins, not a lot. Okay. Wow, look at that. Mr. Garrett picking up a two cute girls about to smooch card. All right, here we are. Can we mail you cash? Yeah, you could mail me cash. You should never do that, though, because unless it's like $20 or some meaningless amount, because, you know, if the money is lost in transit, there's no way to prove that it got lost. There's no way to get it back. So it's better to pay with like a cashier's check. So if you want to do a cashier's check or a regular check, I can accept payment that way, definitely. You could actually pay me in food as well. Here we are. So there are food items that you can purchase that I will then take and add to my pantry. And some people have asked if I will take like EBT checks or whatever. And I say, well, if you go and buy like a whole bunch of sardines for me, you can trade sardines in for in-store credit. I'll take sardines. Oops. Very nice. It's China. China. Here's this girl with the bluish hair. China backed Pakistan when the war almost broke out. You know, it was almost a war. And I think that's because, one, China sells them weapons. But I think what it actually indicates is China actually views India as a competing rival. So they say, okay, you're a rival to us. We're going to support your enemy. Isn't that interesting? Kind of scary stuff, you know. China would not mind it if India got completely knocked out, because India's not going to replace China in manufacturing. Like right now, Apple's moving its manufacturing to India. We are. And they're probably very mindful of that, because the Indian people, they're smart and hardworking. That country is growing fast. They really could probably start to replace large chunks of manufacturing if they got the technology and the workers. Very good. Okay, Mr. Garrett, let's go grab your bag. It's Garrett R22, huh? Well, Mr. Garrett R22, we're looking for a Garrett. You didn't need a new bag, did you, by the way? When you place a first-time order, or when you place an order where you don't have a bag, if you just mention you don't have a bag, I won't have to go on the goose hunt. I call it a goose hunt when I have to go hunting for a bag that doesn't exist. You can put it under Ben Ray's. Oh, the Garrett order? Should the Garrett order go under Ben? Let's see. I think he is the one. It's got to be you then, huh? I don't have a bag. Ah, okay, no problem. So nice to meet you, Mr. Ben. All right, so we'll put this under Ben, but when Garrett places an order, he'll have to mention that it's a Ben bag. And we're still going to write Garrett on the bag, just to help make a connection. So we're going to say Ben Rains 5.22, and then we'll say Garrett R22. All right, now Ben, your name doesn't match Garrett's name. I have a theory that might be an adult or a guardian, and you might be younger. I'm not sure if that's true, but if that's true, make sure Garrett knows that this money is being spent. He has to be agreeing that the money's being spent. He has to know how much. I had a thing that happened one time. It was like 2 years ago, actually, where someone spent like $3,000 with me, and it was on their parents' credit card. Oof. And then the parent tried to charge it all back because they're like, I didn't buy that. My kid bought that. It was a terrible time. But in the end, PayPal ruled in my favor. But that kid had gone to several streamers and done the same thing. Gone to several people and spent a bunch of money, and I was one of them. It is. All right. Very nice. I do agree. I'm 23. Oh, okay. Never mind then. Yeah, I've had kids come in and they want to open stuff, and they'll bring their parents in. The parents will agree to it, but the parents got to be there, and that's a rare thing, though. Usually, that's not what's going on. All right, so we've got this lovely Typhlosion, and it looks like he's going to be $150. Wow. Good. That's new on the table. Nobody's had a chance to see that. You might be able to snatch it before anyone else. Okay, Dylan Chan, who waited a little bit, 2 boxes of the Magical Girls. So let's jump back here. We got to create a new Magical Girls list real fast. And we got to put Mr. Ben on. Okay, this is the new Magical Girls. Weiss Magical Girls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now, Ben goes on spot number 1. Ben Rains. And then on spot number 2 and 3, Dylan Chan. Okay, good luck in there, Dylan. Ta-da. I also have to go get another box, and I have to go get the promo pack as well. We never see Mr. Nah, existential stuff. People don't see you anymore. It's kind of devious. Had people banned for hours chatting away and no one can see them. What? All right, let's see. Mistress, just hands, no face. How old are you, Brandon? 34. All right, so let me go get some magical girls. Oh, yeah. Konnichiwa, Oni-sama. Here we are. Ouch. Just slammed into my freaking slabs, dude. Okay. Whoa. Kind of leaned over there. Whew. I wish Mr. had trans hands. He needs women hands for sales. What? What are you talking about, bro? All right. I'm just doing my job. Stop. All right. Oof. It's not like there's a bunch of horny dudes watching this stream. Trans hands? Did he just say trans hands? Hi everyone, it's me, TCC, the girl. Was that pretty good? How'd I do? All right. Ooh, lovely. What happened to Alexis? She put in her 2 weeks notice? So Alexis has told me she's had to change her plans. The idea to go to California kind of fell through a little bit, which there was always a chance for that because it all kind of depended on some factors like securing a place to live and securing work. And so that's put on pause. They're looking at potentially moving to just a different part of Missouri, I think. So I think that's what they're looking at now. There we are. They're really, 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 really interested in having their own place. Currently, they rent, and it's too small. They don't like where they're renting. They're looking to go on an adventure. So, but they're not in California, so there we are. She wasn't going to go to California till July anyway, so. But I know that part of them going was dependent on whether or not her husband's job was transferable. So they must have gotten word back that there weren't any openings. There we go. All right. Is trans hands a real thing? What are you saying, dude? Block me in Discord so I don't bother you. What are you talking about, Brandon? See, Brandon, you're thinking about it way harder than I am. I'm not thinking about it so much. There it is. What happened to Alexis? She put on fake nails for the stream to trick horny guys to come in. Hi! Konnichiwa! Well, there are some horn dog guys for sure. That's why we're opening these magical girls. Here it is. Must be all that testosterone. Okay. For sales, mister. It's for the sales, mister. Get with it, bro. Yeah, right. All right. Let's see. Don't think, just douche. Thinking it's overrated. Oops. Very nice. I mean, if you got giant ant smashing hands and put glitter with the long nails, that's trans hands. Trans hands. There we are. Okay. I think I'll just stick to opening up the girl cards. Anyone hit the Pokepot yet? Nobody's hit the Pokepot. All right, what we got here? This girl. Mister. Yeah, mister. Don't think, mister. Just do. Here's, ta-da! Ooh. I know a little thing or two about overthinking because I tend to overthink and Karis overthinks. And so it's a great skill to learn to stop thinking too much. Here it is. Here it is. Oh. Sending this one back. I'm hitting the pokey pipe. Here it is. Tell me what's in your head, Brandon. 5 years would be too long to sleep. here's this. Blizzwink. So this is for our good friend, Dylan Chan. How are you tonight, Dylan? Hope you're having a great night. Gun Girl. I overthink my overthinking to the point I overthink my overthinking. I think that I overthink. 5 years would be too long to sleep. Yes, Yerks, Marco. All right, here's this. Here's this girl still making kind of a bad face. I don't know if I can put that in the bulk pile, you know. Two more packs. Boy, did we house shop today and yesterday, man. We house shopped like crazy. There are some general places that we're leaning towards more. We like Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. That place seems really nice. Charleston, South Carolina, you already heard about that. There's still Florida. We could try to get into a real fancy place like Naples, Florida. Just buy like a standard home in Naples. Or we could go to Reno, Nevada. Reno's kind of interesting. We are. There's Wyoming. Wyoming's rather underdeveloped, so I don't know. I'll have to like homestead or something. I don't know how you would stay busy enough not to go crazy in a place with nothing to do. There's not even a beach out there. We looked at, what did we look at? We actually looked into Iowa and Oklahoma, two places that are definitely like not super exciting when you talk about them. But what was really interesting is when you go to a place like Oklahoma, because the houses are in lower demand and the place is cheaper to live anyways, you can buy like a really big house. We found a house that was 13,000 square foot. It was like a chateau, and it was right in Oklahoma City. And so we looked at each other and said, undesirable place to live, but mega home. Maybe it's like, maybe there's something cool about that, you know? You go home to your mega home. So, but it was an interesting thought. I saw some nice houses in Reno, Nevada, really nice ones. You have to get up to the $2 million range, and we can't afford that. But you know what? If we just kept working, and I sold off a good chunk of my cards, we might actually get pretty close to affording that. So, but there were some really nice mountain homes in Reno. You don't think of Reno necessarily as a mountain area, but it is. A lot of mountains near Reno. And they've got Lake Tahoe, so you got a place to go swimming other than just going to the pool. So that place has some good natural beauty. So Reno's nice. It's still a thought. They have higher sales tax, though. There's California and Hawaii. We actually did a lot of research on California and a lot of research on Hawaii. Hawaii is being considered. They have high state taxes, but it's actually lower than California's state taxes. California has the actual highest state taxes, and Hawaii is cheaper state taxes than California. But then probably the most alluring part is not just that the state taxes aren't quite as unbearable, it's also how the state taxes play out in the middle brackets, because it's a progressive tax rate. So it turns out we would not pay as much as I thought if we lived in Hawaii. Only a certain amount of our income would reach into the top bracket. And so because of that, when ChatGPT does a breakdown of the actual taxes, it doesn't look so crazy. I mean, it would definitely be more than Missouri, but it's not like as bad as I thought. Right, because with those state taxes, they're all progressive tax rates. They're all in brackets basically. And so where the brackets begin and where they end really matters. And so, if it's a highly progressive tax rate where the top taxes only apply to super big earners, you're kind of not going to get punished so hard. The other thing that was really fascinating about Hawaii was the tax on homes. So if you buy $1 million home in Hawaii, the tax rate is around 0.27%, and it's I think it's the lowest tax rate on homes in the whole country. I think I read that. It's either the lowest amount or almost the lowest amount. So buying a house in Hawaii, a place that people generally go on vacation to, not paying as much state taxes as I thought, and then having considerably low, property taxes, it is not as bad as I thought it was. It's actually doable. One of the big downsides to Hawaii is there's like really restricted jobs. But that doesn't matter to me because I just bring my job with me. So that's not in the consideration at all. That and traffic is not in the consideration. All right, well, look at all these sexy waifus. You got all of them. That's for our friend Dylan Chan. Thank you, Dylan. All right. What did you delete? Hey, bro, do you have any Digimons? Mr. Sinigor Dura was asking if we have any Digimon cards, and the answer is no. Sorry, man. Volcanoes. Next. You're going to walk Hawaii in like a week. Wire bump. You got any Digitrans card? Yeah, it is. It's how it is over there, it seems. The new comics, how are the puppies? Do guys with big ones feel more alpha and superior? Okay, so Dylan, what a terrible question, dude. Let's grab this. What the fuck? I just did a 5-minute. He was warned. What breaks are close? What breaks are close? Let's talk about which breaks are close then. Give me a moment. Put this into a new bag for Mr. Dylan. Mr. Dylan-chan. We've got this Omastar break, which has 3 spots remaining. Technically, this Ball Toy, which is a $30 break, only has 1 spot. So that guy's real close. Here's the Quest of Vaporeon with 9 spots remaining. That is the Pikachu Hat Van Gogh with 23 spots remaining. That one will take a while. He's very desirable, though. 8 spots left in Charizard over here. Here is another. Oh, yeah, this is a 3-way gym break. It's a triple. Never done that before. Thought it would just be a little funny thing. We're probably going to only do that one time. But that's a triple. $39 buy-in. 2 spots left. And then over here, we have this brand new break, the Waifu Break. And it's a 1 in 15 because Sneaker Bunko cards are like just super expensive. I don't know. All right, you'll need to take the bridge to Hawaii. What? Okay. This shall say Dylan Chan. Thank you, Dylan. Appreciate it, man. And I'll move these over here. And I'll move this over here. So, we're hitting refresh. Can I take the bridge from Oregon? Yes, the bridge from Oregon. It looks like there's no more orders in the queue. The queue is empty. If you like short wait times, now we have them. We didn't have them at the beginning of the stream. We had horrible wait times at the beginning. And now we have short wait times. Send in those orders if you want to entertain the audience. I'm going to go have a sip of my drink. And there we go. The drink is empty. Now I get to focus on other things like passing up some cards. Oh, baby. That's really good. Charmander. The bridge from California to Hawaii. Yeah, the bridge. Mr. Open a Doctor Who as a prank. Here's this. There we go. So Charmander, Charmander, Charmander. Oh my God. Charmander. Back when Rocket was good. Charmander Rocket. Japanese. Konnichiwa. All right. Okay. We get a promo pack with the solo leveling box order. Solo leveling box order. No, there's no promo packs with those. Should there have been promo packs? The guy I bought them from didn't give me any promo packs. Was he holding back on me? Ooh, Old Maid. Deoxys. Not to be confused with Young Maid. Let's see. Here he is. He's very expensive. Very exclusive. Only the smartest and handsomest card collectors have a Deoxys Old Maid in their set. Boy, the word Old Maid's pretty mean, huh? Old Maid. That is a mean word. You think there's going to be a lot of old maids in 10, 20 years? There was a girl on TikTok, and she was talking about how she never settled for a guy, and she was 30 years old, and she was sounding so like angry and frustrated and bitter. And I was just thinking, it's like, man, it's tough out there. Guys aren't very nice. Girls aren't very nice. We all want so much from our relationship, you know. But, you know, do we have a word like old maid for men? Maybe leftover man? But it's tough out there, man. Relationships are difficult. They require some intensity. This Princess Bubblegum. But she was talking about she was 30 and she'd never found the one. And she was getting anxious. She was getting older. She was getting anxious because she knows it's harder on girls to get older. And guys, you know, when you're older as a guy, you can still find a partner as you age as a guy. But it gets harder for girls as they approach the menopause. Let's see. Bubble gum. Adventure time. Anyways, I felt like it's going to be the big issue of our time. You know, the millennials and all. We're going to be talking about this for a while. Okay, looks like this will be 65. That's why there are so many divorces. A lot of divorces. I hate to see it. Hate to see it. But the audience, the comment section was roasting her over some of the things she said, you know. She was like, I'm never lowering my standards. It almost made you wonder if she was just, you know, trying to make clickbaity kind of content, rage bait. But she seems sincere, so it was hard to imagine it was. Little Winnie Dogs, tell us about the day of work to sell the pappies, Alex. That's why there are so many divorces. There are no orders in the queue. Happy Sunday, by the way, everybody. Here is a Peturunt. Peturunt. That's going to be so valuable. Can't wait for a new Lugia or Rayquaza. Nice. Here we are. Okay. Okay. It's not good for people to be lonely. That's my opinion. It's not good for people to be lonely. And I think people are going to bars less because they don't want to drink because all the doctors are like, yeah, that's going to give you heart disease, cancer, and liver failure. So everyone naturally goes, yep, not drinking. I'm not going to the bar. That's not going to be my lifestyle. Oh my God, this is cheap. This is so cheap. Okay, so this is going to be 29. Peturunt for 29, because you guys love Peturunt. Kind of fix this a little bit. I think Tyler Fanson is next. Mr. Tyler. It says, 1, Terror Festival. Here you go, Mr. Tyler. Where's my Terror Festival? Oh, do I not keep it up here? Where do I keep it? Do we need a new box of it? Oh, maybe we need a new box of it. Mr. Tyler. I think it's way back here. Ugh. Here it is. Does anyone want to donate cards to the Pokepot? The Pokepot is just waiting to have cards added to it. I was going to say sopping wet, but that just didn't sound right. Bars are so lame, says Corn Rules. They are. Well, I don't think they're lame if you enjoy having a drink. They're probably a great place to socialize in that event. But I don't drink. And I'm glad I don't drink because they all say drink is bad for you. So I go, okay, I'm not drinking and that's good. And, but now what? Oh, look at you picking up a little Jolteon. Nice, dude. There it is, Jolteon and Beldum. Okay, that's Tyler Franson. Are you glad you opened some cards tonight, Mr. Tyler? Tyler with the T-Y. Okay, popping this in here. Good. Hey, we have Mr. Ahmad Arabi, one box of the OPEB2 and a Halo Upper Deck. Okay, you got it, man. One Halo Upper Deck. Did we get a new box of the Halo Upper Deck out? Because I feel like we were ready for a new box. Ah, here's a new box down here. Perfect. He was just sitting around waiting to be opened. Wow, that's a one-pack hit. One-pack hit. Yeah, it's nice, right? People don't open packs because they know how much money can be lost. But you got to remember, sometimes people get really good luck, too. That's why it's so enticing. That's the addiction part. That's the, ooh, I might be getting some good stuff over here. There it goes. I looked at a video. Looks like the promo pack comes in the booster box of solo leveling. Oh, that booster pack. Yeah, we just give you that. I didn't know what you meant. I thought you meant like an external promo pack. Yeah, we count that as part of the box. Yeah, you would get that. If you buy a box of them, you'll get that pack. Okay, lovely. Let's open this. Let's start here. I see my nephew popped in and made a purchase. How cool is that? He made a purchase. There you go. Very nice. All right. Here's Entho. The story so far. Covenant Kraken D's. Prophet of Regret. Regret opening this pack because there was no chase card in here. All right. And we'll put this in the sleeve. Some of us choose to get naked in cars or sell puppies in cars or just get a job. We don't judge you. I took a look at a VOD. It looked like the promo pack. I already got that. Ooh, I was watching a really fun short video today of a guy who he has learned how to forage all kinds of food, and it was so fascinating. He was just kind of walking around in like a forested area. He was just picking all this food and eating it. And I was like, what the fuck? Like it was free salad laying around. I was really impressed. Like picking up mushrooms. He's like, yeah, you can eat this mushroom. He go home, he take him home, just put in some oil and some salt. And he's like, here you go. Saute you some vegetables. I was like, damn, dude. Here's. All right. Snip this. He was harvesting wild berries. I was like, dang, where can you do that? Where are the wild berries? I want some wild berries. Like a whole bucket of them. It was crazy. All right. Till I see you again, mister. Have a nice night, Mr. Brandon. All right. Just found out we're having another kid on Mother's Day. Where? Oh, no. What happened to your dreams of buying a hot sports car, pussy magnet car? There it is. Now it's diapers for you, Kendo. I'll toss this over here. Ta-da. Now, what shall we do? Here's a holo. Quick sell all the Hololive for baby fund. Yeah, sell all the Hololive. It is time to have twin girls. No! This. All moms want twin girls. All dads want twin boys. How about that one guy on YouTube? What's his name? Outdoor Boys or something like that? I think it's called Outdoor Boys, right? He has like millions of views on his videos. Dang, dude. That guy's living the life, man. I sit in this chair and I work hard sitting down. I see him out there exercising, catching like food and eating it. It makes me jealous. All right. Very nice. Here's a holo. Oh, you got guy with flying boot. Whatcha? I have mulberry trees and blackberry patches. A few iris and a couple thorns. And I have gallons of wild berries. You jerk! Here's a holo. Here's Tammy wants kids. What? Here's a hollow. Here's this guy with the teeth. Oh, with the teeth. Okay. And here's a hollow. And here's a hollow. And here's an SR. Oh. Oops. We also have a hollow. And ta-da! One more hollow. All done. Mr. Robbie, thank you so much. You got the guy with the flying boot card. Pop this over here. And we're going to toss this way. Very nice. Ba-doop, ba-doop. The boot man. Ba-doop, ba-doop. All right, lovely. So we shall go grab your bag, which is to my right. Haha, found it. Lovely. What is this, a whole bag of hollows? Oh my God, the hollows. And here is a bag that has presumably the hits in it. Did you see the two young boys holding a gun in New Mexico? Two young boys holding a gun in New Mexico. I don't think I saw that. Was that like a meme or something? Or why do I need to see that one? Alex keeps me up to date on very important information. Okay, one more bag. This bag has all the Halo cards in it. Let's get this card in here. Ta-da! Mister, I sent for 4 EB2s. Ooh. Very nice. Very good. Before we reach that one, though, hit refresh here. We're going to grab this. Mr. Omar Batui says 10 of the EB2s. So we have to open 10 of them for this guy. And if he pulls the signet, or the, if he pulls the, do we already have an open box? If he pulls the manga, it's going to be very poor. Let's see. I don't think we already have an open box, so I think we start a fresh open box. Just checking around. All right. It's going to be very poor for Mr. LaFlame, who just sent in for 4 of them. They need to be taken from that home, though that's not much better sometimes. 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. What do you think, LaFlame? You think this is going to produce? You think this is going to turn into the chase card, the manga, right here? Okay, here we are. It was sad indeed. Here we are. Here we are. Scuba-dee buns. Here's Mr. Omar pulling a hollow. And another hollow. And an SR, lovely. And another hollow. And here's a hollow as well. Here's a hollow. That's a hollow. Ooh, what'll it be? Ooh. Nah, no luck, Mr. Omar. I'm sorry. Tough round. 1 mango, please. Mango, that sounds really good right now. Some mangoes. That sounds really good. You know what I got, though? I've got the spring cherries are here. You guys excited? It's cherry season. Oh, my God. I love those cherries. The big, fat Bing cherries. Oh, it is better than eating pussy. It is. Okay. Those are delish. I got a whole bag of them. I already ate a bunch. Those aren't high calorie, are they? They probably aren't. I was eating Bing cherries and watching The Last of Us. The last time I'll watch this of us. I started playing Dredge, and all I hear is Mr. singing 1 pound fish. Very, very good. 1 pound fish, very, very good. Oops, where'd my... God damn it, where'd the marker go? Are you kidding me, bro? The marker literally leapt out of my hand, and then it hit the chair, and it went flying. this kid, the kids were also taught how to use the gun, and it malfunctioned when one of them shot it. Ugh. I don't like the sound of any of those. Anything you just said right there, that does not sound good. You know, I don't think kids need to know how to use a gun until they're like over the age of 18 or something. It is. Then again, there are some people who take their kids hunting. Ah, very nice. I guess I just say that as a knee-jerk reaction to all the school shootings. I guess I get this guy listed. Well, maybe not. Hold on. Let's put these. Oops. See these two cards? These two cards need to be cracked and regraded with CGC. And just see what happens with them. So these need to be cracked. We're happy she wants another girl going viral right now. Can we pay to talk like a Mexican for 5 minutes? No. That sounds like a bad idea. Why would I agree to something like that? Here's this cute little Togepi sticker. So this Togepi should be quite expensive, actually. But it's a PSA 6. It's from the Merlin 2 series. Oops. Where'd it go? Dude, everything's falling down today. I just lost my sleeve. That's not good. That's a $20 very sparkly Togepi. Now, if this was 10, I'd be charging like $500, $600 for that. I'd be charging a lot. Because that is a low pop card. Oh, we have this Radiant Greninja English, and this graded 10, and that's a recent 10. Pay Mister to speak like an Italian. We got the Pope Pass now. The Pope Pass? What does that even mean, bro? Okay, let's do a little search for our Gray Ninja here. It's already 2:55. How did so much time pass, dude? Feels like 1 minute passed. Gray Ninja. Okay. Okay. We're going to be offering this guy for $58. Good. You know, like the P-word pass. What are you talking about, man? You're just out of this. You're just out of control. Plug this in. So now we have our order from, looks like Garrett, and then after that is Mr. LaFlame. So Garrett says a box of Weiss Frieren. Ooh, box of Frieren. So the Frieren's on sale. Do I have a box of that nearby? Or do I have to stand up for that one? I think I have to stand up for the Frieren, everybody. I'll be right back. I sold a box of that on the eBays too. We're trying to eliminate all of my Frieren. We're going to be eliminating a lot of stuff over time. Let's see. Oh man, that bruise on my foot hurts so bad, dude. What the hell? It's like getting worse. Must have really hurt it. Guess that's how all bruises work, though. All right. Ta-da! Some Frieren. Remember Frieren? I remember. I remember. All right. How many Frieren boxes do you have? I got a ton, dude. Should have like multiple cases, I think. Should have plenty. Boop. This was one of the best-selling sets on the channel for a while. Then it just kind of went quiet for a while. New song, Heil, is it Heil? Mustache Man. Beat goes insane. What? What are you talking talking about, dude. There. Dude, Kanye West is crazy, bro. All right. Okay. It's like his brain's over focused on the wrong things. There we go. So, here we go, Mr. Garrett. Mr. Ben, should I say. Here's this girl. And a hollow. Oops. Don't go anywhere. She's lovely. You are looking to pull a signature out of this set. Here's the purple girl. Kara started watching this. I didn't watch it with her. Oh, very lovely. You got a... it's going to be an OFR, right? You got an OFR. Very nice. But I believe that's your 3 full art, so I don't think this box will have a signature. I lived in Bedford Stuyvesant for years, better known as Do or Die Bedsty. What? Yeah. Okay. Here's this yucky dragon. Purple hair girl. Frieren in her suitcase. And she's just like some girl. Here's Frieren. Alright. Here's purple hair girl. And here's this guy. Ugh, gross, men. No Gaifu cards, please. Hey, did you show the breaks and I just missed it? Something like that, yeah. We did just show the breaks and you did just miss it. Here's Mr. Ben. All right, Ben. Now it's your turn, Mr. LaFlame. LaFlame ordered 4 EB2s, so I'm very curious to see how this plays out. Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Scooby-Dooby-Dooby-Dum. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. 1, a 2, a 3. I think I need another one. I would have enough if that one box didn't get opened. Okay, so let me go get some more EB2s. Imagine if I could just like keep all the product right next to me. Wouldn't that be crazy? Stacking them up. But unfortunately, there's too much of it. So I have to store it in another location. All right. Ooh. Ah. So that's for you, Mr. LaFlame. Set these over here on the floor. To my left. And let's begin with box number 1. Is Frieren going to get a season 2? I think it probably will, based on the way people like the cards. All right, what we got? Mega Mew. PSA 10. Was this trip necessary with the Charizard? That is a Mewtwo for 50 bucks. A Knockdown 9 for 22 bucks. Golden Green Goblin out of 50 for 40 bucks. That's 40 bucks. That one's pretty good. And there is Star Mickey Mouse. Oops. Okay. Ready? Snipping this and snipping this. All right. Here goes box number 1. Here's a hollow, SR, hollows. Here's an SR. Here's a hollow. Oh, the baked good girl. Very nice. Lovely. Here's a hollow. Oops. Here's an SR. Lovely. Here's a hollow. There's a hollow. Here's a hollow. Oops. Here's a hollow. Oh, ooh, there's the Dawn card. I've opened a lot of One Piece these days. Very nice. So here you go, box number 1. I think you normally donate the hollows. Box number 2. Manectric, huh? That's Pop 8 PSA 10 Ruby Sapphire Manectric, $100. Is he a rare? No, he's an uncommon. Lovely. Sip of this. Snipping this. And snipping this. I bought a chuck roast at Walmart today. $22 a chuck roast. I'm going to make a giant beef stew out of it. It's going to be delicious. You guys ever make a big beef stew? We used to make that a lot when I was a kid, beef stew. Made it all the time. Oh. Here's a hollow. So how was your weekend? It's kind of boring, actually. The weather was real nice. We went walking a few times. We went out to eat. We went to Denny's. Denny's was really full. Oh, actually, I have a little bit of a story. When we were at Denny's, the cops showed up because a guy had come in, just some random, like, homeless guy, and he come in and slashed a few people's tires. How you like that? We got lucky. It wasn't us. It's kind of funny because the parking lot was pretty full. So we parked a little further away, and that was why our tires didn't get slashed, because Denny's was really full, and the guy chose a different area to slash tires. Yeah, we parked in a different parking lot. We parked in the Hardee's parking lot because the Denny's parking lot was so full. Ooh, there you go. Look at that leader card popping out. What do you guys think of that? Just some guy off his nut decides, you know what? I need to start slashing people's tires. And so we're waiting for our food, and we see these people who are coming in and out talking to the waiters. And the waiters all go outside all of a sudden. We see it in the windows, and they're looking at this one car. And it turned out some guy was just going car to car and slashing tires. And they're like, I saw that guy. I know who he is. He comes around here, right? Because we were actually sitting pretty close to the cash register, so we could hear them talking about it. And we were really interested. And then minutes later, the cops are there, and the cops got him. The cops are talking to the waiter saying, we got him. Just some guy wandering around having a bad day with a knife going, I guess I'll slash people's tires today. How about that? Random violence. Unhappy person doing random violence, letting everyone know how unhappy he is. Crazy. There we go. Not to be that guy, but I thought you were getting healthier. Denny's. At Denny's, I had like all scrambled eggs, and I had a plate of hash browns. It actually really wasn't that bad. I didn't get the loaded French toast. There we are. All right. Not to be that guy. Oh, too late. You're that guy. Someone's being a bitch. Look at this. Better tires than another person. True. But yeah, it was obviously some guy had gone crazy, and he's just slashing tires, I guess. Ruining people's days. We watched one of the families that were there, and they had finished eating and wrapped up a while ago. And we finished eating and paid for our little meal and left. And those poor couple, the poor family was still stuck there because their tires were all the way flat. And yet everyone was like leaving the restaurant and checking their car. I like your Belle Delphine slabs. Yes, my favorite part of my collection. All right, box number 3. Here it is, Mr. LaFlame, box number 3. Did you get any slabs of Lily? Lily as in from like Pokemon Lily? No. No Lily slabs. Hash Slinging Slasher. I don't know how they make the Denny's scrambled eggs taste so good, but they're really decent. There we go. Very nice. Snip of this. And snip of this. Very good. Very good. All right. Fentanyl is one hell of a drug, Mr. Average day in California with the homeless here. Ugh. I don't like the sound of that. Yeah, maybe he was, who knows? I just assumed he was a disgruntled person. Imagine a worse place than Denny's to be stuck. Couldn't it have just been Hooters? It's a pretty relaxing place. Nothing crazy about the Denny's. I guess you could go to like a bad Denny's, maybe. Ta-da! Oh, I also noticed something. We were studying like restaurants and Walmarts and stuff like that when we were house shopping to understand like how dense a place is, how many amenities it had. And I decided to do something I'd never really done before. I actually checked the whole U.S. map for all the Denny's all the Golden Corral locations. And I learned that it is not all over the place. I just assumed Golden Corrals was a national restaurant that you could find all over. It's in a couple states, but it is not all over the country. There's one in California, but it's just like one. And then after that, there's a bunch in Missouri. There's a couple in like Iowa, Oklahoma. There's one in Texas, but it's really not that common of a restaurant. So all those times I was giving it a glowing review, I realized now not everyone's eating there or has the ability to. It's kind of funny. Yeah, I like that restaurant a lot. It's a good restaurant. We have one in Alaska. Oh, okay. I didn't check Alaska. Steak and mashed potatoes and broccoli. And you can just sit down. How nice is that? You don't gotta wait. And it's usually pretty decent. For $45, it's we pay $45 if we go to Golden Corral. $45 for all you can eat steak dinner. Dang, dude. Like, that's pretty decent. How do they afford it? There must be like a trick, right? Doesn't make any sense. And a hollow. The steaks are good. For $45 and no kitchen cleanup, no mess, the steaks are extremely good. That is quite good. You go to like a regular steakhouse, they want like, man, you're going to pay like $60 for a steak meal for 2 in a regular steakhouse. And that's on the cheap end. It goes up to like $80, $90 quickly if you order like a really decent meal, with like a side or something like that, a drink. You want the soup, you want the salad. Yeah, your steak dinner shoots way up really fast in one of the traditional steakhouses. Golden Corral, somehow they do all you can eat So wait, oh, this is the hit. Golden Corral does all-you-can-eat steak dinner for like $22 a person. Wow, so cheap. And then you can just eat until you're stuffed, feel like you want to throw up. You know, you got other places that'll serve you the steak dinner, and it'll be like a tiny little 6 ounce or 8 ounce. You can have 24 ounces at Golden Corral. You just keep eating. It doesn't matter. They're not going to tell you to get out. You eat too much steak. They're not going to do that. Low quality food. It's got to be low quality food, but it doesn't taste bad at all. That's the impressive part. It tastes fine. Okay. Probably horse meat. Yeah, probably horse meat. That, who knows? I don't know. All you can eat horse steak dinner. Okay, ready? Very nice. Now, if you've got one near you, try it out. But I realize now a lot of people are not near one. Chemicals make it tasty. That's an assumption. That's an assumption that it's full of chemicals. Or that your favorite steakhouse doesn't use chemicals, right? A Longhorn Steakhouse or Outback or Applebutt, you know? And they're all just microwaving their steak anyways. You know what's crazy about Golden Corral? They cook the steak on a grill right in front of you. I found out Longhorn Steakhouse, they just microwave it. I learned that Applebee's does that too. They just microwave it. I ate horse in the UK. All of our buffets closed down quite a few years ago. We used to have a Ryan's. I remember Ryan's. Yeah, that's an old one. I haven't seen that in a long time. Yeah, an Old Country Buffet, Hometown Buffets. That one's still around. Wait, I gotta know, does Hometown Buffet still exist? I gotta ask the internet. How many Hometown Buffets are left? You guys ready? As of May 2025, Hometown Buffet has ceased all operations and no longer has any open locations. Wow. A company called Barbecue Holdings acquired the intellectual property rights to Hometown Buffet, but has announced no plans to reopen them. Wow, I did not know that. Hometown Buffet is gone for good. I think it's hard to make money on a buffet. You know, Americans are, I mean, let's be honest, we're big eaters. We are big eaters, and we're picky eaters too. We want a high amount of quality food, and then if you don't give it to us, we'll give you a negative review. And buffets are just gross in general, the whole idea of it. You know, some snotty kid wiped his butthole wrong in the bathroom, and then he's going to touch all the spatulas? Yeah, right, bro. But I don't know. I still like Golden Corral. I just try not to think about those things. It's a great place to eat. We're big, period. Imagine how people touch those utensils. Oh, sure. Well, and that's a part of it. So, like, if you have a buffet in a really kind of like upscale part of a city or something like that, the people who generally go there are cleaner, they have better manners, they're dressed nicer. You can tell they have like higher standards. If you go into like a buffet kind of like in a ghetto-y area, and I'm very familiar with that because I would eat at them in St. Louis, you were kind of scared. You were kind of scared. Oh, what is that? You were kind of scared about, because you'd be like kids screaming, dude, and I mean screaming, and they'd just be running around. I had a friend, Dave, who would eat at this bad Golden Corral with me. He ate at one, and we would just eat there because we were near it. And one time, this kid, I don't know where the parent was, obviously not watching the kid ran up to my plate and pulled a chicken wing right off my plate and just ate it right in front of me like it was just normal and cool. I was like, what? Holy, what the hell? This kid just pulls food right off my plate. Hey, you don't mind if I have a bite of this, right? Bada bing, bada boom. Your food's my food. But I don't know, how do you reach it? Like, I can't even imagine, my siblings were pretty rambunctious. I can't imagine any of them wanting to do that. They have like more of a sense of personal space. Like, don't touch my stuff. You know what I mean? I don't want to touch your stuff. There we go. Anyways, so that happened to me at that buffet, and I kind of stopped going there. We did not eat there after that. Plus, there were so many other places to eat. There were like all these other buffets. So we were like, not that one. All right. So there we have it. No mango. Okay, Mr. LaFlame. But you walk away with a couple cards. This girl, who's not the Boa Hancock, this blue hair girl. She's very cool. This guy with the nose, Pinocchio nose. And Cooking Girl and Guy. So there you go. You walk away with 4 alt arts. Very nice. I used to take the big cups full of Slurpee from Hometown Buffet for years. I swear they had wanted poster looking for me. The big cup Slurpees? All right. Now, what are we doing with your stuff recently? I don't even know how we store your stuff anymore. Let's see. Luis Rodriguez. Luke Laurie. That's going to be Luke Laurie behind it. You're not in box number 3 by chance, are you? No. Which tells me you've got a box. Your box, which is stored somewhere. I mean, I see you've got this. I think we were sorting through that to see what hits you had. Looking for LaFlame stuff. Mister, I'll just take the alts. Okay. Give me a minute here. I'll store the rest of this with the bulk. Okay. But we gotta find your stuff. Where did we put your stuff last? I don't even remember. It's not where it used to be. The waifu shuffle is where your stuff used to be. We used to have you right on that box, but the box got too full. That's what happened. The box got too full, and then what did I do? Is this you right here? This is going to be you right here. Is this you? No, this is my stuff, isn't it? Don't forget the alt leader. Oh! Yeah, well, you got to keep the alt leader. I did forget about that. TCC. No, this appears to be all my stuff. These are expired bags. Yeah, that's not yours. I don't really remember what we did with your box last. You had a box, and it got too full, and then we did something with it. Maybe we've already taken it and stored it somewhere because it was too large. I actually can't remember the last thing we did. There's Tyler McCanch. Tyler McCanch has bags in 2 locations. Boy, I gotta remember that. Oh, found you. Okay, I found you. I just had to look for a while. That's the way it goes. And I put these bags back here because these are mine. And I think what I'd like to do is convert you over to a regular box. So you're getting converted to a standard box with the sticker on the front because you got enough stuff for that. All right. Don't forget the alt leader. Any new large pickups, or is it all the money you're earning now going into a home? I don't have any large pickups, but I still pick up stuff here and there. There you go. But you are correct. Some of the money that I'm earning is now being saved for a down payment. Most importantly, though, what's going to happen at the end of the year, we're going to take our homes and start to liquidate our homes. So we have homes out here in Lake of the Ozarks, 3 of them, and we're going to sell 2 of them. And I don't know how long those could take to sell, but we're going to get them sold, and that money is going to be used as a down payment. So that'll unlock a lot of cash for us when those sell. One of them's a lake house, and that's going to sell for a lot of money. And so when those are off our hands, they're no longer belonging to us, we should have a pretty comfortable chunk of money to use for a payment on a new home. That's the plan. All right. Yeah, so I don't necessarily have to do a ton of saving right now. I can actually continue to buy up cards that I like. It's all about getting those homes sold. Here's Charmeleon, and here is Nato King. We've been working very, very, very hard since we were like 18. I'm 36 now. It's been 18 years later. And for my wife, she's turning 30 this year. So for her, it's been like 12 years. So we've been spinning our wheels really hard. Mr. Zach, 14 EB2s. Here you go, Mr. Zach. All right, Mr. Zach has gobbled up the second half of this box. Good luck. We've been working very hard since we were 18. You guys have witnessed that. You witnessed that. You witnessed how many days I put in. I really don't play too much. I don't go on extravagant vacations. I haven't been on a vacation in like 6 years. That means neither has Karis. We don't buy anything especially nice for ourselves. We don't like to waste much. So we've been working really hard and just making what we think are mostly smart financial moves. I guess the boat was a dumb move. But that'll be sold too. So the boat will go. We sold the other boat. So we've got a Sea-Doo and a second boat to sell in a red car. Oh, look at that. Another one of these guys. Ta-da! So you're stopping the rental. Yes, that lake house is renting right now this year. And then it'll probably be taken off the market for renting. And the property manager will be very sad. Unless he can make a case to me, because it's possible that the house rents so good this year that it's like cash flow positive, which it has not been cash flow positive for like 2 years or 3. I think this is year 3. So it's not been cash flow positive for the last 2 years. It's been all right anyways, because again, the house still goes up in value at a rate that's pretty significant as a lake house in Lake of the Ozarks. So that's been fine. But it would be really nice if the house, ooh, this was a good box overall. Look at that, double hits. It would be nice if the house was breaking even with the rental money at least. But it is not doing that currently. Anyways, so when we sell that house, if we sell it, that will give us a pretty serious chunk of cash to use as a down payment on a new home. And this house will be sold too, so all the money will just be rolled over into a new home. All right, here's Zach. We might just buy a simple, modest home, like a cookie cutter home. No lake, no more fancy stuff like that. Try to pay the house off right away, and then just have no house payment. So that's what we're thinking maybe. Really, really modest. Right now, interest rates aren't very good. And so being able to roll over into a paid off home could be pretty clever. Because in the meantime, we could buy stocks. It is. Is the shop going to scale and need more employees, or are you fine just as it is? We'll do pretty good. I mean, I don't think I could do much better than I'm already doing for one person. We do pretty decent. I'm pretty satisfied. If the store scales, it scales. But I guess wherever I move, I want to make new friends and ask them to work with me. So we'll see what happens. And nothing's been decided. Nothing's been decided. We're just doing tons of shopping. But Hawaii's being considered. California's considered. Not as interesting in California. It's the taxes, dude. The taxes are so bad there. But Hawaii's being legitimately considered. Florida, South Carolina by the beach. There's also North Carolina, Wilmington. They got a beach. That was where we wanted to move like 8 years ago. Wyoming, kind of underpopulated, but very pretty. Also kind of cold. And Nevada. All those places. Those are the main places. I think Karis really wants to live in a place with like a real city experience. Here's Mr. Omar, 10 EB2 again. You got it, Mr. Omar. So 10 more of these. Here it is. Are you hoping they're keeping the conservative, or do you think they're going to change, both in the state you're moving to and in country in general? Keeping the conservative? You mean like, am I planning on moving to like a red state? Is that what you're trying to say? I'm just trying to move to a state that offers the best quality of living and the most opportunity for growth from an investment property point of view, and the lowest tax burden on our little card business. So it's a really complex decision, actually. There's a lot of variables. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. All right. Sounds like it's Texas you want to move to. Texas? I'm moving to Texas right away. All right. Texas has one of the worst property tax rates in the country for some reason. I really don't like property taxes. It's sort of like, I feel like you don't own the property, you're just renting it from the government if you have to pay taxes on it. You know, like if I bought an iPhone and I paid taxes when I bought it, imagine I had to keep paying taxes year after year for owning that iPhone. It's like renting. That's actually exactly what China does. You don't really own your property, you rent it from the government. And unfortunately, most of America has property taxes. Most people like property taxes because they view it as sort of like a tax on the wealthy. It is, because if you're somebody who can afford a lot of property, well, then you're going to pay a lot of taxes. But it'd be cool to move to a place where the property taxes weren't so severe and to buy a nice big home in that area, because, I don't know, what's all this hard work for if I never buy a nice house? That's really the purpose of all the hard work, is to just own a nice house someday. And Hawaii with the low property tax rate really impresses me. I'm surprised that they have that because they seem pretty non-Republican. They seem pretty Democrat, but they got a low property tax rate, so I like that a lot. And there you have it. That is for Mr. Omar. That's a rough round. I'm sorry, Omar. Third time's the charm, maybe. You want to move to Portland, Oregon. Everything is here for wife to do. Bad property tax, but very cheap big houses and no state tax. Yeah, so in Texas, that would be sort of like we would have to move and buy a small house. But, I heard that there is something called an inventory tax. And one of the states that has an inventory tax is Texas. So I haven't researched that more. But something about Texas never really gets us that excited for some reason. We never go, oh, man, I can't wait to move there. Here it is, Mr. Omar. I don't know what that is. I think it might be the fact that Texas kind of reminds us too much of Missouri. It's a lot like Missouri, it feels like. Besides the fact that it's physically larger, there's more people there, there's more industry there. But other than that, it has maybe a similar conservative feeling and maybe like a similar Midwestern feeling. But it's a bit hotter, so you guys are hotter down there. I have a lot of friends that moved to Texas, actually. But I think we're actually looking more like for moving closer to the beach, which maybe that comes with drawbacks too, Maybe you don't go to the beach as often as you thought you would. Maybe it comes with hurricanes and flooding and whatever, humidity. But Texas has a beach, doesn't it? It has the beach down in, what is it, Houston or something? But yeah, I don't know. Texas is an interesting one. Temperatures in most of Texas is living hell. I love that I chose to move to Switzerland. Expensive here, of course, but better living. Where did you live previously, Mr. Ding Dong? Yeah, I like Switzerland a lot, too. It's very, very... I wish I could own, land in Switzerland for now, because I don't need a home over there, but I'd love to own land there. Galveston Beach. Bad property tax, but was very cheap big houses, no state tax. Doesn't Hawaii have a wealth tax as well? Does Hawaii have a wealth tax? Let me see. A state wealth tax? Does Hawaii have a wealth tax? Hawaii does not have a wealth tax. However, the state legislature has considered it. It was proposed in 2023 to establish a 1% annual tax on the net worth of individuals. Oh, God, dude. Man, they just want to tax you so bad, dude. They're drooling. Oh, yeah, let's get them. Okay, so where were we? You're not going to believe this, man, but we got Zachary Stekskowski had already sent for the next 14 packs of the EBT. So Omar, it's playing out exactly the same way. It is. All right, Mr. Zach, the half-off box. Of course, that's only possible because the first half of the box was cold. This buying boxes half at a time requires you to either leap into the second half at lightning speed or to just get lucky that the first half would be, hot. Here you go, Mr. Zach. Shipping from Texas is cheap. Cards are hard to get in Hawaii. Well, I don't go shopping locally for any of my cards. I only go shopping online for my cards. Yes. So that won't change anything for me. But, I think if we moved to Hawaii, there would be probably longer shipping times from Hawaii to New York. Like East Coast, Hawaii to Florida. And probably it would cost more. So the shipping costs would probably go up. Cost of food is apparently extremely high in Hawaii. It's a lot of taxes, and people there need to be paid a lot because the cost of living's higher. It's a trade-off. It's sort of like a lifestyle move. If we go to Hawaii, we're paying a higher state tax, and we're paying a high cost of living, and we're paying more shipping too. So it's there you go, blue hair girl. It's sort of a trade where you get to live in the tropical island of Hawaii, but you have to spend more money to do that. But it's being considered. It doesn't mean we're moving there. But we noted they had some really good environments, and we're not too worried about other aspects like traffic. We're not worried about what job will we have, and we're pretty confident we make enough money to just cover all of our costs anyways. So it's not a matter of if we can do it, we can do it. It's just, do we want to do it? I've had a lot of people here say that we should move to California California is, it's a very tempting place. It's very beautiful. My God, I just wish it was not so highly taxed. It's not even the fact that it's unaffordable. It's just that you give up so much of your income to the government. And it's like, oh, man. There you go. All right. Mr. Zach, picking up the blue hair full art. Mr. Just moved to the 9th Island, a.k.a. Las Vegas. No taxes here. I will probably never move to Las Vegas. It's too hot for me. 120 degrees scares me. It is. I like Reno, Nevada much better than Las Vegas because of the difference in temperatures. Reno gets pretty hot too, though. Reno gets up to 100. Missouri gets up to 100. But I was learning about how, for like a while, Las Vegas was hitting over 110, 115, and they got up to like 120. I was like, no thanks, dude. 20 degrees over 100. It's not that bad, mister, I promise. Well, it's not just that it's very hot. I've seen the landscape. It is pretty ugly. I mean, you don't have to agree with me on that. That could be like a personal thing. I really like green, luscious trees. I like that. I like green, luscious trees. I like grass. I like bushes. I like give me a girl with the nice bush is what I'm saying. And when you look at Las Vegas, it's got a couple palm trees. I think it's got a couple, variants of trees that are they're able to survive with almost no water. But it rains so little and it's so hot. It's quite literally a desert. So it's all brown all over the place. And we watched a lot of footage of Las Vegas. It is not a place you go to feel like you're, in a place with water and trees. And so it's kind of the opposite of the feeling I like from the environment. Yeah, it's a desert. Yeah, I know it's a desert. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying it's a desert, bro. Here it is. Ooh. Coughing, super high tension. I'm saying I might not like the desert. Might not be me. Coughing. Old maid. This coughing should be pricier, but it's not. It's going to be $34. Probably because it's coughing. But see how it's the red card? That makes it the least populated card in the deck. Every other card you get 2. Coughing you get 1. Sierra Nevada Mountain is super nice. Yep, we've done a lot of research on that. You guys also have Mount Rose. You have one lake, and then you got the Lake Tahoe. Yeah, you guys got some decent mountains in Nevada, which is kind of interesting because it's an alternative choice to Colorado. All right, so this is going to say 24. Wow, that is really cheap. That's like too cheap. Okay. Henderson is also nice, but it's on the other side of town. Henderson, that place has like the water. It's got like the lake of Las Vegas or something like that. And yeah, they got some freshly built homes over there. Some of them are very modern in their design. That's Las Vegas, right? That one's not Reno. Reno has Spark, I think, right? That's the development in Reno is Spark. Not the development, but the other, like the other city, the other municipality or whatever it's called. All right, we've really slowed down. It's 3:40 a.m. Yeah, that's Las Vegas. My cousin lives in Hawaii. I believe her house is in a nice area, but her business has been robbed multiple times. Ooh, yuck. Yeah, I wouldn't like that. Of course, if you're talking about having like a physical business in like an office space, on a street, that can be pretty hard to defend. But our business would be locked up with us, probably behind a gate, and you would not be allowed in and out, and it's monitored virtually all the time because we live in it. But also because of our security systems and all our knowledge around security over the years. I could probably write a book, man, on just card security, but you wouldn't want to do that because then everyone would know what your security system looks like. So this is why if you want to get good at, security systems, you have to do it almost like in private, but here we are. Here it is, Tyranitar. Are guns legal in Hawaii? Probably not. Who wants to be relaxing in Hawaii and some guy's strapped? Don't worry, I'm here to fight the bad guy with the gun. I'm the good guy with the gun. I never get over how annoying that is. Like if I sit down at a restaurant to eat and some, you know, it's always some guy with like the sunglasses on. He's got some big fat belly. I got a belly, so I can't judge too hard. But you know, he's some guy, and he comes in and he's strapped, and he's like, everyone needs to know that I'm strapped, right? So he's got the gun. He's like right there. You guys probably don't experience this. I experienced this out here in Lake of the Ozarks, Missouri. But you know, he walks in. He's the big guy. Ooh, big man Blastoise. He's got his gun right on him, and he sits down. You know, he's like, yeah, I'm pretty tough. I know how to use this thing. It's like, oh God, dude. Instead of enjoying your meal, you're looking at this guy walking around with a gun in a restaurant. And it's like, it's uncomfortable having somebody, you know, next to you who's just eating his sandwich and he's got a gun. But also what he's, you know, if he's a good guy with the gun, it's also just sort of like this thing he's sort of imposed into your imagination. Any second now, some guy's going to walk in here and start shooting everyone, and I'm your last hope for survival. You know, it's the whole feeling of it's terrible, it's awful, it's pure neuroticism. I hate it. I really hate it. There it is. All right. That's also a thing I enjoy about Switzerland is that we have guns, but no one really owns them except for hunting. Oh yeah, so Switzerland's, they're very pro-gun, but they do not have a bunch of mass shootings or anything. The general sentiment around gums here is better than U.S. I feel like people in the U.S. use it as a power play, as a protection, not a protection mechanism. That's what I'm saying, dude. This guy came in, he's like, everyone need, wait, this isn't right. This isn't $39. I thought I priced one just higher than this earlier. Is that right? Hold on. I swear one was higher than that. Maybe more are popping up on the market or something. So there's that one right there, 39. Yeah, it's pretty, I'm telling you, it's annoying, man, because it happens a lot out here, especially here, Springfield, Lebanon. You just get these guys that walk in and they think they're big man Blastoise and they got their gun on their hip, or they got like one of those stupid, like they're James Bond or something, and they don't wear a jacket or anything. They let everyone know, hey, I've got a gun, dude. Yeah, this is my right. It's like, damn, dude, it's so dumb, dude. I'm here to eat like a sandwich, not stare at your stupid gun. God damn, dude. My buddy moved to Switzerland. Her loves it. It's safe in Chicago, mister. I'm moving to Chicago. Is all right. Iron Bundle. Iron Bundle 047. Okay. Anyways, that's my anecdotal experience with that thing. You all might have had different experience or different opinions on that subject. There we are. My dad was super conservative. He was ex-Navy. He never did that. He never carried a gun all over the place. He had all kinds of guns too. He had tons of guns. He had guns. He had crossbows, and he taught us how to shoot when we were pretty young. And he never carried that stuff around like to the mall or something. You go to Springfield Mall, and if you walk around enough at the Springfield Mall, you'll see some stupid guy with the cowboy hat. Even though he's not an actual cowboy, he owns no cattle. He have like a cowboy hat on and a pistol on his waist. And you're just like, what are you doing, dude? Like, somebody could actually just pull the pistol off your waist too. It's crazy. But that's just how it is. I don't know. What do you guys think of all that? I wouldn't want to live anywhere where you feel like you have to carry a gun everywhere, or you're afraid that someone is. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. The fact that this person's arguing that, well, you got to be strapped. It's like, all right. Hey, Gregorio's picking up our coughing here. Here you go, Mr. Gregorio. You got to stay strapped. You never know when another American mass shooting is going to occur. Great. Oops. All right. Terrible stuff, isn't it? All right, let's see. It's pretty sad. It's like this guy who just cut the tires at the Denny's. He didn't have a gun, but he just felt like ruining someone's day that day, huh? He just felt violent that day. Damn, dude. Just slashing tires, huh? No reason at all. Felt like slashing some tires. Okay, we grab this. Very nice. Ooh. Here's some guy just slashing tires because he feels like it. And he has no regard for the consequences. So we have a little mask ogre pond. It's going to be $33. It's addicting. You slash one and then another. I'm going to take that Tyranitar as well. Might as well make it 3. Okay, very nice. And this will say 33. Ogre Palm Mask. Didn't I sell? Did I sell the other Old Maid Snorlax? I can't remember. Nope, I did not. What was the price on that card? 54, huh? Most people who get away with something keep doing it. Yeah, who knows how many tires he has slashed before that point, you know? There it goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There it goes. Living in Missouri has been all right. I feel like there's not much prestige to living here, you know, like it's not hard to get in here. The houses are cheap, the cost of living's low, and I feel like Karis and I can live in a more prestigious area. Like we could live in a nice house in California. It's a matter of wanting to live there, and that's the part we're struggling with. There it is. All right, Snorlax. Not a super nice house, mind you, just a nice enough house, you know, a normal house. That's what's considered a nice house, I guess. We could roll all the money around from 3 of these houses into one home. One nice home somewhere else. We have a Mr. Francisco Cruz. He wants the Tyranitar artwork. Here it is, Mr. Francisco. Okay. Very nice. A high-value man like yourselves deserve a nice house. Yes, this is my 3-figure Casio. All right. I saw you from across the room, and you were giving physical signs of wanting a high-value male. Well, congratulations, you've met him. I'm going to need to ask your body count. 3? All these hoes. There. There we go. If you play your cards right, you could be one of my wives. You'll be well taken care of. Okay, you ready? Oh, cold. 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 Oops. And cold. And Spidey Ops. Ta-da! Okay, congratulations. You pulled one Spidey Ops. Let's see. Ooh. Okay, tossing this back over here. Get a rotate on these slabs. Let's get a new slab up here. I got this whole box of slabs and we're not even pulling from it. What do we got? We got Fortress 10 for 70 bucks from Sky Ridge. Numal 10. Cyndaquil 9, Spanish. PSA 9, was this trip necessary? And Larvitar 10, $120. Is that still accurate? Rip, but at least I got a 3rd Tyranitar. Yeah, it's a nice card, isn't he? Yeah, I mean, all you got to do is sit on that and see if it goes up. Okay, Larvitar Poker. There's no Larvitar Poker for sale. I don't know. I feel like 120 feels a bit dear. Feels a bit expensive. I don't know if people are going to go that crazy over Larvitar. We're going to price them at a much more modest $75 and mark it for May. There it is, $75. I think that's the price people want to see on these nice poker cards. Especially when it's not Charizard. Although there's no Charizard in this set. Okay, there's no orders in the queue. There's no orders in the queue. That means I get to work a little bit on the expensive slabs. What do we have over here? So this slab was $1,200 back on $325. Let's try and get a new price tag on that guy. You know, it didn't sell, and that's not a problem because these cards generally go up. Electivire, $144. Okay, no matches. Let's try Electivire. Level dot X. Okay. There's no examples of this one. There's the Japanese one. Let me check sold. Yeah, there's no data. So if I had it at 1200 on 325, there's really no data on this at all. Tell me about that Snorlax with the pink background. Yeah, he's a cute card from the Pokemon Old Maid deck, and so he's just a nice card. That's about it. Okay, level X. So what are some of the more expensive level X cards that have sold recently? Let's see. So here is an Uxie that sold for 2.4. Salamence that sold for 2.1. This is a pretty good indicator right here, actually. So we've got Magmortar sold for 1.775, so about 1.8 almost. That's a pretty good indicator because I feel like the Magmortar and Electivire prices typically are kind of similar to each other. Yep. Okay, so I think we're going to now price this at 1.8. There's none for sale, so there's really nothing to go off of. I've got one for sale if you'd like it. Okay, that went for 1.8 in auction. Okay. Very nice. I'm missing the Tyranitar Poker PSA 10 Misdrive. I've been keeping an eye out for it. Yeah, he's extremely rare. I could sell you one. I have a spare one, but I'd be wanting some serious moolah for that card because I learned a lot more about that card. Basically, he doesn't show up in the deck every time, and you could just get really unlucky and have a bunch of decks that don't have the Tyranitar in it. So I had to open up 3 decks to pull one Tyranitar. It was really crappy. And then when I pulled him, he didn't turn into a 10. He turned into a 9. So it turns out the Tyranitar is a little more rare than I originally thought. So I could just hoard them, or I could sell them at very high prices and keep searching for them. I don't know. You can make an offer on them if you want in private. It is. Because otherwise I was just going to hoard them because I'm a Tyranitar collector myself. You got to get the Meryl Silver deck to find them, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, the Meryl deck or the Pichu deck, either one. Here it is. But either way, he's still hard to pull because, again, he doesn't show up in that deck every time. That's why I'm saying, like, he's a rotating card. All right. Here's Decidueye. Yeah, I thought he was like a guaranteed pull in those decks. He is not a guaranteed pull. He is a sometimes pull. And that makes a big difference when it comes to cost. That's actually true for all of the cards from that set. A lot of people don't know that when it comes to shopping for poker cards. That's true for this Larvitar. This Larvitar is a rotating card too. So he only shows up when the Tyranitar shows up. So he's not in every deck. Okay, this guy's a whopping $69. I almost bought decks myself to look for him. Those decks have gotten very expensive. So you could like buy a deck and then open it and then just not get the card you wanted, and you would have a whole bunch of poker cards. Now to extract your money, you either got to sell those raw or you got to grade them and sell them. But either way, you got to sell them to make your money back, just to try again. I might be sitting on a lot of those. I don't know the amount I'm sitting on, but I've been buying them for like a year or two. A little Marceline card. Oh man, I love this card right here. The Galarian V-Star Universe Moltres is so cool. All right. And here is Miss Marceline. So Marceline, not only did the Marceline not get a 9, it got an 8. What did they find that was wrong with this that would give it an 8, huh? What exactly didn't they like about this card? They gave it an 8. An 8's a harsh grade. It's certainly not the centering. I'm not seeing any large print lines or anything. They don't have clear white dots on it. How did they give this card an 8? I don't know about PSA, man. I had pretty sharp eyes for that, too. I just didn't see anything really glaring. I wonder where my black light went. I haven't used my black light in a long time. Crazy. Okay, that's going to be a $10 Marceline card. And then the Galarian Moltres. That's nice. Galarian Moltres. Win Nandy. All right, I really like this card. I don't want to sell it too fast. We're going to set it at 55. Good. So this card's a 9, huh? And it didn't sell the first round. I'm just as happy to get rid of this at 25. Hey, it's Mr. Daniel. What's up, Daniel? We're having a little peaceful moment here, which gives me a chance to price some cards up. Boa Hancock, huh? Oh. This is one of the new heavy slabs. This is a heavy slab, guys. Wow, those are cool. Is it in... Is there like a layer of plastic? It's not in some kind of sleeve, is it? Ha! There's dust inside of the slab, look. Black dust inside of the slab. Oops. But look, there's a bit of a wave right there. See that wave? What's going on with that wave? Almost like it's a sleeve. Looks like a sleeve from back here, too. See that? Huh. That's their new slab, everybody. It's quite heavy. All right. Yes, UV protective. So here's a Boa Hancock. Boa Hancock. 038. Okay, good to see the price on this has remained pretty high. Let's see. What else we got? A little Suicune. Lantern. Oh, yeah. I got the card you guys want. Here it is. Lantern. Oh, yes. Lantern 9. Lantern 9 will be priced at $15. Hella expensive. I understand if some of you guys aren't high value men and can't afford it. Here's Palmot. Ooh. All right. Lovely Palmot. PSA 10. Palmot. 085. I can tell you guys are real tired, huh? Long Sunday. Ready for Monday? Oops. Nah, Monday. I got the Monday blues. Oh, there's a yawn. Is it 4? Boy, I yawn just at 4, don't I? Very consistent. A whopping $28 for this card. I don't know why I gave it a sticker. Doesn't need one. Palmot, 28. Isn't it the middle of the night? No. You don't know that. What do you know? Here's a pretty desirable card. That is the Eevee. I probably don't even need to sell this. I could probably just hold it. What do you guys think? You think this card's a sell or a hold? I'd bet that card goes way up. Because you can't pull it out of the packs like normal. Only the ETBs. All right, let's see. So, we're going to run ours at $78. There he is. Am I wasting my time and money completing No Rarity 10? Yes. Yes. It's such an expensive set. I think the problem, Mr. Ding Ding, is it doesn't perform well on social media. I've already tested it. So it's nice to control or own certain cards, but if it's costing you too much money such that you can't collect other cards you like, I would say you might be over worrying about that set. You know what I'm saying? There it is. Early Pidgey gets the Caterpie. That's right. Old Pokemon wisdom. Old May Pikachu. Okay, he's pretty pricey. He's gonna be $37. This. Okay, $37 Pikachu. All right, guys. Schwelp, it is 4 a.m. in the morning, and the stream has definitely slowed down. I can feel the aura, the energy is definitely pretty calm, pretty quiet. So I think I'll just wrap up early tonight and get some other work done, probably like list an item or two on eBay. And then I sold 18 book boxes, so that's actually like an hour or two of work. I might get some of that done. I don't think I can get it all done in one day, but I can get some of it done. And then I'll get the shipping set up for Miss Alexis too. Flareon Gym Break finish? It did not. The Flareon Gym Break did not finish. Here we are. But, you know, I think Monday will do me well because I'll wake up all energized. And I think you guys will be energized, too, when we wake up. So this is a pretty good time to wrap up, I think. We're on a fresh case of OP EB10. And then we are on a fresh case of the Magical Girls. And the promo pack is meaningful. It does hand out a signature card. So we care about those signatures. And no crazy thing should be arriving in the mail this week. This next week should be pretty boring. It should be a calm week. So when that happens, it's all about focusing on the breaks. So we'll be focusing on breaks for this next week because there's no big releases that I know of. Do you guys know of any big releases? Let me know if you know of a big release coming out this week that I didn't think of. You can tell me about that on Discord if you'd like. All right, I'm hopping off, guys. See you later. Am I getting super premium collections? Probably not. They're probably going to be so overpriced.